On the count of 3, please join us in taking a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath in and out. And a deep breath in and out. We like to do this for 2 reasons. The first, because it reminds us that almost every second breath we take comes from the ocean, the very thing that has brought us here together this week. And the second, because it's a nice way to ground ourselves and connect everyone in the room. And it also calms the butterflies. Om Swastiastu. That is how we greet each other on our home island, Bali. We are Melati and Isabel Wijsen, sisters born and raised in Indonesia.
I am 16 years old.
And I'm 14 years old.
And for as long as I can remember, the ocean has been a part of our lives, is a part of all of our lives. Not only does it produce 70% of the oxygen we breathe, but the ocean is also responsible for more than 3.5 billion people who still depend on it as its primary source of food. And it supports more than 80% of life on Earth. So, you can begin to ask yourself the question, why we still treat our oceans so badly.
Maybe because it's easy to do. Cheap? Maybe we didn't know the alternatives yet. But today we do. And we feel we shouldn't spend more time going over the facts, because I'm sure we all know it's not easy. The issues and policies are complex, but it is worth it.
Saying no to plastic bags is the first step, then waste management, then a clean sea. Simple, and maybe naive of us kids to think that way, but definitely not as complicated as everyone seems to pretend it is. It is not rocket science, but a change in mindset. It is shifting your mindset one bag at a time.
We started Bye Bye Plastic Bags inspired by a lesson on significant people. We had no plan, no hidden agenda, no greed. And actually, I think we had no idea what we were up against. Only we had the pure intention to get the people on the island of Bali to say no to plastic bags. We have been campaigning for almost 5 years now, lobbying with both local and national government, working from the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom. We have spoken to over 16,000 students in 12 different countries and in 8 different languages. We have had the privilege to attend both the COI and COP in Paris and Marrakesh, and we have done a lot of work to reach the masses by doing 3 TED Talk events in the last year. And our initiative is going global to over 15 countries as we speak, all driven by youth.
And so we stand here today to show exactly that. Youth can be more than an inspiration. Allow us to be the bridge for the future and the present. We are the water protectors, the climate change activists. We are the innovators, entrepreneurs, and explorers. Allow us to drive the decisions that you are making today. Allow us youth to be the voice that motivates your approaches for the solutions that creates a world that we want to be a part of. And we stand here today because we do not have the luxury to wait until someone else takes action or until we become the leaders. We are here now and we are ready. The time for change has never been better. During Bali's biggest beach cleanup, together with 21 like-minded organizations on the island of Bali, we mobilized over 12,000 people in 55 different locations all along the coastline, and we collected over 40 tons of trash in just one day, which would have otherwise ended up in the ocean. And the top 3 categories of waste we collected were 30% plastic bags, 18% plastic bottles, and 13% plastic straws. And if you think about it, all of these products are single-use, things we don't really need. So if you think about it, how difficult is it to simply refuse them? Already, 38 countries around the world have said no to plastic bags. And so only a few left to go. And that is where you can come in. We need you all to be the game changer that will reverse the decline in the health of our oceans. We hope and trust that Bali will be the game changer for the rest of Indonesia to follow.
You see, when we're in school and we don't finish our homework on time or fail a test, there are consequences for our future. Yes. But if you do not act during this conference, it will have a much bigger consequence. It will be the biggest test we together have ever failed.
So, leave this room a game changer.
Leave this room feeling responsible. Feel your duty and know you need to make a change.
We have the commitment of the Bali government to work to a final no to plastic bags on Bali by 2018, which is awesome. But our story is not yet over, and our team back home is doing something every day to ensure that this commitment really follows through. What will you do? Each and every one of us has the power to be the change we want to see.
We youth are only 25% of the world's population, but we are 100% of the future. Om Shanti 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 Om. Thank you.